Okay. Welcome to another Aries Point Project video. My name is Aaron. Let me move this thing. I don't want it to pick up the pick sound. It will deafen you with the tone. Come on. We'll go out later. Give me a little bit, okay? I need my time, okay? Hold on. Alright, now we got the energy of the moment out of the way. I want to talk about signs for a moment. First, I'll give you a story. My first house was an old one, a little A-frame in St. Paul, Minnesota. You know, it's weird because you go on these little energetic shifts at times, and something was pushing me to buy a new car, and I was going to get a RAV4. And then I was like, well, maybe we should move to a better apartment because the apartment we were at wasn't very good. So we're going to do that instead. And then I was like, well, might as well just get a house if we're going to do an apartment. At least then we get some equity, supposedly. And so we did the house instead. And that was just riding the energy of the moment. What are you sniffing? Am I sweating? And later on, when I had my first daughter, we didn't like the schools in that area, so we decided to move. So we're getting the house ready to sell. I put new gutters on and did all sorts of work to the foundation and everything. And then before I'm going to sell, or actually after we posted it, the basement floor drain clogged up and it flooded, so then I had to get a quote on that. We had the plumbing cleaned out, but the pipe in the basement burst under the floor, the drain pipe, so I had to jackhammer it up, rip it all up, and I put new piping in by myself. And then the code inspector, he didn't like what I did, so had to tear it back up and hire someone to do it. And another thing that happened just before we put the house up for sale, we were contemplating it. My crazy neighbor became obsessed with me, which was kind of amusing. And he just had serial killer vibes. Just bizarre. He was fallen from grace. Uncontrollable. I don't know if he was on medication or what, but he was a little bit off. So that was kind of a motivator. Helped me persevere. So I fixed the floor drain, all that other stuff, and then a gutter on the opposite side broke, one of the existing gutters, and rained into the basement, and we had a showing the next day. And then we had a power outage, and I was watching my youngest, and I had her on the wash machine, and I'm out in the basement with a garbage can from outside and a towel, and I'm just mopping up all the water, and she was crying. She didn't know what was going on. She was too young. So I had to put her to rest and wait till she was sleeping. Then I finished the basement. I don't know how long it took, but I dried everything back up and made it look all nice. And the next day we had someone that checked it out. They liked it. They wanted it. And then they tried to do all sorts of weird negotiation tactics, like wanted us to buy a new roof and all this. And that was at the closing table, which was kind of bizarre to me. So I told them, pound sand, we're not doing that. So we stayed in the house a little lot longer, and an older guy with a young girlfriend, and they had a baby. They bought the house. Then I had to clean up a bunch of rocks from the back. You know, whenever you sell a house or you buy, you can make conditions upon the sale. So they wanted me to do all sorts of things, but I didn't care. We were moving. But that was another time when all the energy was flowing. And I found doing the work that you gotta do, and having an idea of where you're going has always been something good for me. You know, it's helped me get from where I was to where I am, and I'm not saying I'm at the top of the mountain. But, you know, the journey is internal. You know, the world is just resonating to you. And in these times, you know, I've been holding this arrow for a long time, waiting to release on something. And sometimes I thought I released, but something happened to the string broke, or the bow broke, or something. Really weird. And so I had to pull it back and re-aim, wait for the next thing. And we endure a lot in life. Whether you show it or not, doesn't matter. Right now, I would love to do something towards the future. Cultivate something for the future, for me and mine and everyone, basically. But I kind of feel like this is the time when you don't set your plans before the foundation settles. You know, it's kind of like we're on a boat and we're going to a land we've never been. And, you know, you've got the royal government steering the ship here, and they've got all these plans, and they want us to start following their protocols before we get to where we're going and all this, and they don't know the ship is going to sink. Or maybe they do, but they're just hoping. But there's enough lifeboats for everyone, you know. There's axes. You can cut up that dying ship and float on those boards. But where we're going, it's like you bring the intention and you do the work of the self, and when you get to where you're going, you follow the signs and you start to understand where and when you can put things into place and put in your desire, your passion, and all that. And that's how I feel in these times, and I'm sure other people feel different things. And bottom line, I believe if you can follow, trust your heart, and you do that, you'll be in the right place. Okay. All right. Well, I think this one's over for now. Thanks for watching.